Regardless of the stitch pattern used, all Tunisian crochet projects start the same way, with a foundation row. This foundation row comes out of a chain and it's what creates the loops necessary to create your Tunisian crochet stitches. Today I will show you how to start Tunisian crochet projects with a foundation row. First, you will start with a slip knot.
And then you will chain as many as you need for your project. In this case, I'm going to chain 35. Okay, now that I have my chain, I'm going to turn it around so I can see the back bumps of the chain. I'm going to skip the very first chain or the very last chain I've made, the first one of the queue, then go to the next one and insert my hook into the back bump of the chain and then pull up a loop. And then I'm going to repeat that all the way to the end of my chain. Find the back bump of the chain, insert my hook and pull up a loop. And I'm going to have a little collection of loops on my hook. Okay. Now that I've worked through all of my chains, this is the time to count my stitches and make sure that I have the right total of stitches on my hook or on your cable. In this case, I have 35, so then I am ready to return pass. Now, the stitch over here, this is the end stitch, is the last stitch I've worked, and this one is worked a little bit different on the return pass. So to return pass, I'm going to yarn over and pull through one, and that is my end stitch. And now I'm going to yarn over and pull through two, and pull through two. And I'm going to continue doing that, yarn over, pull through two on every loop on my hook until I have one left. Okay, I have one loop left on my hook. Now this is my foundation row, and this is my very first stitch of the next row. So on the next row, I'm going to skip this first vertical bar, and I'm going to go to the next one to start with my next stitch of the row. So remember, this is the first stitch. So then I'm going to skip the first vertical bar and go on to the next vertical bar for the next stitch. So in this case, I'm going to be working Tunisian simple stitch, which means I would skip this first part and go to the next one. And I can continue working my Tunisian simple stitch. Another thing that is very cool about working a foundation row like this is that the working on the back bumps of the chain leaves you this lovely ridge at the bottom, which you don't necessarily need to cover up with an edging of any sorts. If you want to, obviously you can, but working on the back bumps on the chain like we did at the beginning leaves you a very, very lovely ridge at the bottom. And that's it. That's your foundation row.